My God. Okay. Well, this is the second time out of 3 playthroughs I've ever seen this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Cosmos, who I pulled out of a common crystal randomly. What? It just... Okay, to clarify, viewers, there is roughly a 0.7% chance of that happening. Just throwing that out there. And that... What? Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and I apologize for the strong language earlier in the video of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I am still in shock. This is the rarest rare blade in the game, and I pulled her out of a common core crystal. I think that's just it. That's just all of my luck, not just for the LP, but for like the rest of my life. Just gone. All in that instance. We're gonna head off to Tantal today, but I'm gonna make a change to my setup because, well, okay, I wasn't really expecting to pull something like Cosmos out, but well, now that I have her, I feel like I kind of need to show her off a little bit because she's actually kind of broken. Ordinarily, I'd say stick Rex in the party as opposed to Zeke because of Mithra and how she's flat out better than a lot of the options Zeke has, but honestly, Cosmos is kind of a contender for how good, for a good light elemental blade. Incidentally, she's the light elemental blade I've been mentioning this whole time, how I've been saying, oh, there's one light elemental blade in the game that you can only get through randomizations. Yeah, this is her, and since I happen to be lucky enough to pull her before the 145-hour mark this time, I'm going to use her. Because she is good, I think. Well, at least the internet claims she is good. I myself don't actually have a basis for that because I've literally never used her because I've only ever gotten her at a point in the game where I could already defeat the strongest super boss, so... I am still in shock. I really am. Incidentally, Cosmos happens to be a blade a blade that comes from a character from Xenosaga, episodes 1, 2, and 3. I don't know anything about those games other than they were things that Monolith worked on previously, but that's where she comes from in case you were curious. Alright, so now that I've spent about 10 minutes gushing over Cosmos and talking about the new blades we've got, let's actually go to Tantal this time. Let's head on out.
Say, chum, which one do you fancy? Pyra or Mithra?
Zeke. You can't just ask someone... Anyway, they're the same person. I've never really thought of them separately.
Are you serious? But they're like totally different characters. Like, Mithra is jolly intense. And Pyra is just totally mellow, or, I don't know, what's the opposite of pushy?
On the outside, maybe. But Pyra's got a lot of backbone, too. She can be pretty stubborn.
You seem to understand them pretty deeply. Well, I suppose you are their driver.
Hey!
Yeah?
You're a prince from Tantal, aren't you, Zeke? Why were you in the Praetorium?
I mean, you can't just ask someone.
Oh, his old man kicked him out.
Oi! No, bad blade, bad. How long have you been standing there?
From about... Which one do you fancy?
Which one do you That's the whole conversation.
As I was saying, my prince got disowned by his father. He spent all his time traveling the world for fun, instead of attending to his studies. Then bye!
It wasn't for fun. I was learning all about, society and international relations.
International relations, that what you call it?
Oi, can it you? What are you doing anyway? Dissing your own driver.
You guys crack me up.
I love him, really.
Oh. Anyway, he sounds tough. Zeke's dad, I mean.
Tantal is an isolationist society. Crossing its borders without leave is strictly forbidden. It's been that way for ages now.
Oh.
But you've seen how my prince here is. Couldn't stop himself leaving a few times, so he got chewed out and disowned. Back when he was 15 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Then the praetor himself found him half dead on the ground one day and took him in. He made up that special envoy stuff.
And that's how you ended up in Indol. It all makes sense now. Oh, but wait. Is it safe for you to go back to Tantal then?
This time we've got official business from the Praetorium. It'll be fine. Probably. Besides,
Yeah?
Tantal is too ignorant of the outside world. It needs a wake-up call.
Sire, we have reached the designated coordinates. Please.
Right! Ready?
You betcha!
Huh?
Shut up and sit down, chum. This'll be great!
My lord, Genbu has begun surfacing.
I am aware. It's Pandoria.
Then the prince...
Yes.
We have received reports that he made contact with the Aegis in Indol.
So after 500 years, he makes his move. Praetor Amalthus.
My lord?
We must act to protect our days of peace, even if they are a dream that cannot last.
It's just like a bigger version of Turtus.
It's called Genbu. It's the same, like, Titan type as Uriah. Normally, it's submerged in the Cloud Sea.
Even in early fall, it can get pretty cold inside Tantal. Mind you don't freeze!
I really can't stand the cold.
I can provide my own warmth. You can stay close to me if you like.
Me as well.
You guys are pretty handy to have around.
Well, it is our trademark, right?
Essentially.
Aren't you going to be cold like that, Shellhead?
I'm used to it. I'll be dandy.
He's naturally dense. It's good insulation.
Oh, makes
makes
sense.
Stop encouraging her, gang of bullies!
Alright, now, welcome to the Kingdom of Tantal. We're going to be taking a little bit of a hike here in order to get to the to the city proper, but yeah, as you may have noticed, Tantal is an ice titan. I like ice areas. They tend to be really cool. Anyway, starting off here we have Litharia's Snowfield. Now, before we really get into this area, I want to make special note of the Snowdoll Bunnets, or just in general the Bunnet areas around this particular location, because they actually happen to drop a really good accessory that we definitely want to farm for. Yeah, there it is. We got one already. An overclocking bangle. These are really good accessories for just about everyone in the party. Basically what they do is, based on the number of unused driver arts you have on a given blade, if you use a blade switch, it reduces the amount of time it takes for the cooldown to recharge. So if you have all 3 arts unused on a single blade, you'll basically be able to switch off the blade and then re-switch back onto the blade really quickly. They're extremely useful for just about every character. In particular, I think I prefer giving them in order of priority to Nia, your DPS, and then Morag, just because I personally think that they're the ones who can benefit from the overclocking bangle the most in that order. But yeah, having the overclocking bangle means that Nia can switch for emergency healing and then switch back much faster than she otherwise would be, which will increase our ability to continue to breathe during most boss fights. Now, the overclocking bangles aren't that common to find on the Snowdoll Bunnets, so you might have to reset the location a couple of times, but I think it's well worth it. I want to get at least 2 overclocking bangles, one for Nia and one for my DPS. Today, we're exploring Tantal.
Hey, Nia? Do you, mind?
Come on, it's not so bad. You're just so warm. I can't help it.
It's a function of what's known as infrared radiation.
Gramps knows everything.
I'm not your personal heater, you know?
My lady. If you desire warmth, why not take some from me? Miss Pyra seems to be in some distress.
No way. Your fur's all stiff and spiky with a cold. It'd be murder on my sensitive skin.
But, my lady...
Hey, is it just me, or are the ether lines really dim?
What is meaning of ether lines?
You know, those things. The glowing threads that run inside a titan.
That is the glow of pure ether coursing through the Titan's body. You can compare it to the bloodstream of a human.
You've got good eyes. Genbu has pretty bad circulation compared to other Titans. They say it's why we have a cold climate and awful crops.
So it's cold-blooded.
Call it what you like.
Alright then. So from here on, it's basically a straight shot all the way to that city. You can, well, you would be able to see if it weren't for all the snow. So we just want to head on over here. We've got some more bunnets here. They can also drop the overclocking bangles that we farmed in the last episode if you want a more easier way to access them, because there's actually a skip travel point right there. But anyway, we're going to head on up this way. It's basically a straight shot from here on out, but you know, there may be a few things I want to check out along the way. Actually, probably not. Or actually, maybe. I forget, is there a treasure up here? I'm not going for like 100% treasure completion or anything like that, because there's really nothing you can get out of doing that, in all honesty, but You know, I can't resist taking a little time to explore every now and then, you know? Yeah, I knew there was going to be treasure or something down here. Nothing spectacular, though. Let's see if we can jump down safely. Not break our kneecaps trying to fall. There we go. And the humans in Xenoblade must be really hardy in order to survive fights of that height without breaking anything. But anyway, yeah. If you look at the minimap, you'll notice that there's a way to go up north this way. There's nothing here, but I don't really do a whole lot of exploring in this in these episodes, and well, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it that way. We're gonna head on this way, actually. I'll probably show off how to get to every area in the game, location and landmark-wise, during some special bonus episode or another, where I attempt to fill in my guide while also providing a visual for people who watch my YouTube channel. But here we are. Is it going to tell us what the name of the capital is, or are we just going to have to go inside first? I think we're just going to have to go inside first.
Oh my. This is the very picture of the ancient civilizations I've read about.
It's a pretty classic look. You know the old land of Torna? They had a proud and noble civilization, rivaled only by Judicium at the time. But, whereas Judicium were the masters of biological arts, Tornans knew all there was to know about engineering. The proud blood of Torna runs in the veins of us Tantalese.
As there are people to pass it on to, civilization will endure. Knowledge is inherited, much like life itself.
Nice quote. You should write that down.
Thank you.
It's not that simple, though.
Huh?
You'll see.
Alright. I don't think the game has told us where we are quite yet, but welcome to Theoswar, the capital of Tantal. I'll just be a little quiet.
A new locale.
I have gained a new memory.
It's a really nice song. I believe it's called Shadows of the Lowlands, or something like that. The daytime version is sung by a female choir, and the nighttime is sung by a male choir. I personally think I prefer the daytime myself, but they're both really good. Anyway, I'm just gonna do this right here, even though it may seem a little weird. I'm disengaging Dahlia specifically from Nia for the time being, just because there's a blade quest specific to Dahlia that automatically triggers if she's in your party when you walk into the middle of Theoswar, and I want to avoid triggering it just because it'll take a little bit of time.
Whoa, that's a pretty lively market.
It's the black market.
Black market?
Tantal is so cold. There's precious little in the way of local produce to sell. Just look. All the regular shops are shuttered.
You're right. They're mostly empty.
Instead, folks pay ungodly prices for produce that's been smuggled in from other nations. And since it's the only thing keeping people from actually starving, the bigwigs just turn a blind eye.
So most of the agricultural production is wasted just surviving, and the country grows weak.
Exactly.
So even the wisdom of a proud ancient civilization cannot solve all problems.
Ancient civilization sounds good and all, but basically, this place is a giant museum with no tourists. That's not going to feed anyone.
Man, it sounds like every country in this game is just having a rough time of it, huh? That's kind of sad, but I guess that's part of the reason why the state of all rest is what motivates Rex to do what he's doing.
Registering coordinates.
The local inn, Anastasia, whatever. The local inn is just over here. It's a skip travel point, so you can just head on over right there. Tantal doesn't have tides, so you don't need to worry about anything like that. Let's just cash in some of our bonus experience and move on out. Anyway, while we're here, we've got some core chips we can buy. Let's see. Looks like battery chips might be the way to go. No, Laudronite chips, actually. Ooh, yeah, definitely these. Although these seem to be better for tanks. Ooh, but not by much. Yeah, we're gonna skip the core chips for our tank blades in this area, but whoa, that's a high crit rate. Yeah, hi, hello. Yes, please, we'll take some of that crit rate right there. Holy cow! I remember it being high, but not that high. Anyway, let's see. We want 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is gonna cost me 4, 5, 6, 9 of them. Oh, this is gonna cost me. That's half of my money. Well, I think it'll be worthwhile. Let's see, what do they have by way of accessories? I don't think they have anything I'm particularly... Oh, no, this is actually useful. Actually not that useful, but... yeah, the Jade Vest could be useful, I guess. I'm gonna hold off on them, though. Anyway, let's apply those core chips, and I'll see you in just a little bit. By the way, for those of you wondering why I gave Healing Blades a chip that gives high critical hit rate, healers all automatically regenerate HP every time you land a critical hit, so having a higher crit rate is actually pretty good for them, which is why I did this. So, there you go. Anyway, the palace is just over here, so let's head on inside. I think there's a skip travel point here too. Yeah, there we go. Theoscaldia.
We have been expecting you, Your Highness.
Yeah. Good to see you. Is the old man inside?
Indeed. He has been eagerly awaiting your return.
Ha! Now I know you're lying. Our moos'll fly before that man welcomes me home. No need to coddle me, mate.
Apologies.
Any case, seems he knows we're coming. That'll save time.
Could it be?
Are you all right?
Yes. Tora?
But why? It's true. Poppy able to produce own reserves of ether energy, but...
I'll explain later. For now, just do as I ask.
All right then. Leave it to Tora.
The Aegis, I presume.
Guards! My lady!
Mehmet, what the hell is going on? Shellhead?
No idea! Stop this at once! Dad!
Rex!
Pyra! Let it go! Pyra! Pyra!
Stop this madness! What's going on? Rex and his lot haven't done anything!
We cannot afford to wait until they do, Zeke. The world must not be allowed to burn. The Aegis must be destroyed.
Oh, no, you don't. Dromac, let's get Rex out of there.
Roger.
The ether energy! Ah!
My lady!
Please do not resist. My goal is only to destroy the Aegis. I have no wish to take your lives also.
King Eulogimenos, I stand before you as a special envoy of Morardain. The Emperor sent me here himself. Do you realize what you are doing?
I am quite aware, and prepared to face the consequences.
Prepared?
Why? Why do you have to bump Pyra off?
I see you still speak like a commoner.
What's that got to do with anything? Don't change the subject!
What if I told you I act for justice?
What are you trying to say?
You could say, I'm doing this for Ulrist.
Say what now?
Follow me.
This is
the legacy of our royal line.
You can't be serious! Why? Father, why?
It appears the flow of ether energy is being blocked off.
Damn it! While we're doing this, Pyra is... We have to do something!
There is no point, Rex. You're just wasting your strength.
Both the walls and floor are built to withstand great force. We cannot make a dent in them.
Let's calm down a bit, Rex. If we think calmly, we'll come up with something. Hey, you lot! Can you try to help us out here?
Your efforts are pointless. The way they built this place, it's essentially one giant stasis web.
Stasis web? Like those nets used in Torrigoth?
To lock drivers up together with their blades, and even leave us our weapons, they must have the utmost confidence. Perhaps we could break through given enough time, but by then it will be too late and the Aegis will be disposed of.
Disposed of? That's all the more reason you should give us a bloody hand.
I said it's pointless. We won't get anywhere. With brute force, that is.
Huh?
So what now, my prince?
This pisses me right off.
Say what?
I said I'm pissed off. Doing it for the world, my ass. How self-serving can you get?
How do you mean?
This country's strangling itself to death with its own web of lies and excuses. But just maybe our chum could break it free.
Rex could?
No faith, eh?
Hey, whatever. If you believe in him, my prince, I'm with you all the way.
That kid's heart is pure. Too pure for his own good sometimes. But isn't it our duty as adults to give him a little help with that?
Probably. You know, this is what I like about you.
This won't be easy.
Oh, quit it with your drama! When is anything ever easy for you?
Let's go.
Okay, that should do it.
Preparations complete.
What's going on, Tora?
Oh, both drivers and blades. Use ether energy to deploy arts, yes?
You can skip the lecture, Tora. Everyone knows that.
But right now, friends cannot, yes?
Yeah. There's something about this room.
Oh, but Rex and friends forgetting one very important thing.
Hurry up, would you? Just spit it out, Furball.
Could be friends forgetting Poppy is artificial blade?
Why would we forget that? She's been with us all this time. Wait, I get it. Her ether furnace.
Rex correct. Thanks to friend Morag, Poppy now able to generate own supply of ether energy. Nothing barrier can do anything about.
Tora transfer crystal from Sword of Morag to Biter of Poppy. That crystal have enough energy stored for one use of arts. And Biter of Poppy use Earth Element. So, through synergy with Fire Element of Morag, power of arts is amplified.
If we hit it straight on, I doubt the door can withstand that.
Wait a minute. You stored energy in that crystal. How is that possible with a barrier?
Aha! Lady Morag has not used a single art since we arrived in this place.
What?
I had my suspicions ever since we entered the palace. So, I secretly asked Tora to refrain from using any arts either.
Whoa!
I see now. If our enemies knew Poppy retains her power inside the barrier, they would keep us on a tighter leash.
Exactly. Here goes. Step back.
Hold up! If you transferred the crystal from the sword, what will you fight with?
I can generate a new one from Bridget's core. Don't tell me you didn't know about that.
What?
Seriously, you don't even know how blade weapons work. Give me a break.
How would I know something like that? I've never lost or broken my weapon.
Then I suppose I cannot blame you.
Moving along then. Tora, Poppy, please.
With pleasure.
Poppy power!
Jet Fighter!
We did it!
We the best!
You made quite some noise, too. It won't be long before the guards arrive.
Good point.
Lady Pyra was taken below. Mayhap somewhere beneath the palace?
Got it.
And with that, Zeke and Pyra are out of the party temporarily. So, yeah, that's Rather unfortunate. But oh well, there's not a whole lot we can do now about that. So we'll just have to go and rescue Pyra out of the clutches of the King of Tantal in the next episode of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. See you guys then.